I have a super PAC, Colbert super PAC.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, the difference between a PAC and a super PAC is a cover letter. Because I formed a PAC, but a PAC can only take so much money and it can only spend so much money. And I wanted to spend unlimited amounts of money and receive, more importantly, unlimited amounts of money. And so my lawyer told me all I had to do was add a cover letter that said, I intend this to be a super PAC. And it was a super PAC.
And it all happened by accident. I just said, you know, maybe we'll, let's get the URL, colbertpac.com, just for fun, for my show. And the network called and said, you just bought a political action committee website. Are you really going to get a political action committee? And I said, why do you ask? And they said, because if you do, that could be trouble. And I said, well, then I'm going to do that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries 5-1. So although we have just taken two separate votes, there will be one advisory opinion. Mr. Colbert, you may form your PAC and proceed as the commission has advised in this opinion.
Yeah, you, Ted Koppel. Why doesn't Ted Koppel have a super PAC? It is legal for you to have a super PAC and talk about it on the air, and the FEC won't do anything about it.
And I could get lots of contributions?
You could. You could finally have a voice in America.
Don't
you want your voice to be heard, Ted Koppel?
I feel like such a fool.
But what I found, the most amazing thing I found out is that there is almost nothing that's against the law when it comes to spending political money. They're incredibly expensive. Okay? Colbert Super PAC paid for these babies. There's nothing in federal election law that says I couldn't use all the money to buy myself a sailboat.
Is that true?
That's true. If it's not illegal, you can use super PAC money to buy it. My cause could be to educate people of how big of a boat I have. And I wish that were a joke.
But you couldn't keep it for private use, could you?
I could, yeah, sure.
Really?
I could do. That's what Newt Gingrich has been living on. He's been living on his PAC money. And Sarah Palin. Sarah PAC, you know, the little vacation she took with her family last year where she said Paul Revere, you know, went around shooting his gun. That was all paid for by super PAC money.
How much money have you collected so far?
Oh, the fun thing about that is I don't have to tell you.
Well, you have to tell me who sends it to you.
No, not for a while.
Well, eventually
I do, but until then, my major donor is none of your damn business.
But every three months?
It's every 3 months once you start reporting. But I actually formed this back in July, and I still haven't reported yet.
And what can happen to you?
What? I could go to FEC jail.
But they don't send people to jail.
Well, then I guess nothing will happen to me.
Well, they can fine you.
They can fine me, but they have to actually rule that I did something wrong. And the FEC is a 3-3 organization, and they're far more likely to come to a tie, in which case they say, we don't know whether you've done anything wrong, in which case I can keep doing what I want.
You cannot be a candidate and run a super PAC. That would be coordinating with yourself.
And that's the problem, folks. Presidential candidates cannot coordinate with super PACs.
Mr. Speaker, are you giving any direction or advice to winning our future, the super PAC? Are you affiliated with them at all?
I'm not affiliated with them at all. I don't talk with them at all.
There's a bright division between what I do and what any super PAC can do.
Super PACs have to be entirely separate from a campaign and a candidate. I'm not allowed to communicate with a super PAC in any way, shape, or form.
Super PACs are often run by people close to the candidate. The pro-Romney super PAC, Restore Our Future, was founded by Romney's lawyer. Winning Our Future, the Newt Gingrich super PAC, is run by a former Newt staffer. And the Rick Perry super PAC, Make Us Great Again, was started by Mike Toomey, who was Perry's chief of staff and co-owns an island with Dave Carney, Perry's chief strategist. I briefly kind of ran for president in South Carolina in January. So I gave it to this guy who I barely knew, named Jon Stewart. Trevor, is being business partners a problem?
Being business partners does not count as coordination legally.
Great. All right, John, prepare yourself. Here we go. Trevor, if you will.
Colbert Super PAC transfer activate.
Colbert Super PAC.
is dead. But it has been reborn as the definitely not coordinating with Stephen Colbert Super PAC! Now that I have the Super PAC, it is
Yes,
mine.
John.
Can I run ads supporting Stephen Colbert, who I believe in very deeply, and perhaps attacking his potential opponents, who I don't believe in at all?
Yes, you can, as long as you do not coordinate.
Can I legally hire Stephen's current Super PAC staff to produce these ads that will be in no way coordinated with Stephen?
Yes.
There's a Super PAC supporting you in South Carolina. They released a new ad overnight taking a very tough shot.
I have not seen this ad.
If Mitt Romney really believes
corporations are people, my friend,
then Mitt Romney is a serial killer. He's Mitt the Ripper.
Mitt Romney, a serial killer.
That's
Mitt the
powerful
Ripper.
stuff. That's powerful
Doesn't that
stuff.
cross the line?
I have nothing to do with that ad. I have no control over that ad. If anything in that ad is inaccurate, if he did not say corporations are people, and if he did not make his money cutting up corporations, I am not calling anybody a serial killer. I can't tell Americans for a Better Tomorrow what to do. It's not my Super PAC, George. It's the Super PAC of, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Jon Stewart. I believe it's a soft T. I don't have a Super PAC anymore. That's Jon Stewart's Super PAC. It's one of the reasons why it was so hard to form this exploratory committee, George. I had to give away my Super PAC. That's my baby. You know how hard it is to give away your baby?
That hurt.
Now imagine if that baby also had a whole lot of money. How much harder would it make it to give away your baby? Because you might get the baby back, but it may not have the same amount of money when you gave the baby away.
What will become of the money?
Who's asking? We're Americans for Better Tomorrow.
All right.
And starting first thing tomorrow, we're going to figure out how to make the world a better place. Tomorrow. In the meantime, we're just collecting money.
I see.
It's funny until you think about it. The fact of the matter is Stephen Colbert has proved by going before the Federal Election Commission, by becoming a Super PAC, by now handing the Super PAC over to his buddy Jon Stewart so that he can go and run to be president of South Carolina. He is proving how ridiculous this system has become.